The introduction to The Serial Killer That Hid for 20 Years opens with the enigmatic allure of the mysterious case of the elusive serial killer. This concept centers on a killer who managed to evade capture for 2 decades, skillfully remaining undetected despite ongoing investigations. This narrative taps into the intricacies of criminal psychology, the limitations of law enforcement techniques, and the societal fear surrounding an unknown predator. The significance of this concept lies in its reflection of both the killer's cunning and the systemic challenges faced by investigators. The elusiveness of such a killer underscores the deficiencies that can exist in forensic technology, interdepartmental communication, and the prioritization of resources. Several real-world examples illustrate this concept. The infamous Golden State Killer committed numerous crimes over decades before being identified in 2018 through DNA tracing technologies, despite his long-standing notoriety. Similarly, the BTK killer, Dennis Rader, managed to avoid detection for over 30 years, taunting law enforcement with cryptic messages. These cases reveal how advancements in DNA analysis and digital forensics have become pivotal in overcoming the challenges posed by elusive criminals. They emphasize the evolving nature of criminal investigations, where old cases may only be cracked with modern technologies. Opinions supporting the focus on elusive killers align with the need for continuous advancements in forensic and investigative methods. Law enforcement officials often stress the importance of improving cross-jurisdictional collaboration, highlighting how bureaucratic delays can hinder capturing such criminals. However, challenges and controversies arise around privacy issues concerning increased surveillance and data collection. Critics argue these measures can infringe on civil liberties, sparking debates on balancing effective policing with individual rights. This case of elusiveness impacts other facets of the main topic by showcasing the psychological thrill and public fear serial killers instill over extended periods. The perpetual mystery maintains public and media interest, making it a fascinating but chilling subject. Furthermore, the failures and eventual breakthroughs in such cases drive reform and innovation within law enforcement agencies, inspiring improvements in investigative techniques and policy reforms. Understanding the complexity of an elusive serial killer thus provides invaluable insights not only into criminal behavior, but also into the societal structures aiming to curtail them, posing a challenging yet vital endeavor in the realm of crime and justice. Uncovering the pattern in the behavior of a serial killer involves meticulously analyzing recurring elements and characteristics to construct a comprehensive profile. This process, often spearheaded by behavioral psychologists and criminal profilers, seeks to dissect the killer's methods, motives, and victims' profiles to understand the driving forces behind their actions. By identifying these patterns, investigators aim to predict future behaviors and potentially prevent further crimes. The significance of developing a serial killer's profile lies in its power to transform seemingly random acts of violence into a coherent narrative that law enforcement agencies can address strategically. By connecting disparate crimes through common threads, such as modus operandi or signature elements left at the crime scenes, profiles can narrow down suspect pools and guide investigative resources more efficiently. This is particularly crucial in cases where a killer has evaded capture for an extended period, as understanding their psychological makeup can provide fresh leads and insights that physical evidence alone may not reveal. Two notable examples illustrate the critical role of profiling. The case of Ted Bundy demonstrated how linking geographical and temporal victim patterns helped authorities eventually apprehend him. Similarly, the profile developed for the Green River Killer, Gary Ridgway, was instrumental in his arrest after decades of eluding capture. In both instances, the ability to establish a psychological and behavioral portrait was paramount in bringing these killers to justice. Support for profiling as a tool stems from its success in both apprehending perpetrators and acting as a deterrence by enabling proactive measures. Yet, profiling is not without its challenges and controversies. Critics argue that the reliance on psychological interpretations without hard evidence can sometimes lead to wrongful leads or investigative biases. Furthermore, the assumption that all serial killers fit a standardized profile may overlook unique cases that deviate from established patterns. Linking this point to the broader topic of a serial killer evading capture for 20 years underscores the complexity of the investigation. Profiling not only aids in understanding the killer's mind, but also influences various investigative strategies, from forensic analysis to surveillance, highlighting the multifaceted approach required to solve such a protracted mystery. As the investigation unfolds, the integration of traditional detective work with profiling insights becomes crucial in constructing a comprehensive narrative that addresses the elusive nature of an unidentified serial killer. In the realm of criminal investigations, the investigation begins. Early leads and dead ends serves as a crucial phase where detectives start to piece together information to solve a case. At this stage, investigators gather evidence, interview witnesses, and follow leads in an attempt to decipher patterns or motives that could point towards the killer. This phase is significant as it sets the foundation for future breakthroughs and can often shape the entire direction of the investigation. In the context of a serial killer who evaded capture for 20 years, these early efforts are particularly compelling as they highlight both the complexity of the case and the perseverance needed to eventually bring a perpetrator to justice. Consider the case of the Golden State Killer, who was active from 1974 to 1986, but wasn't captured until 2018. Initial investigations yielded a vast array of leads and dead ends, with police receiving thousands of tips but failing to connect them due to the lack of technology and forensic methods available at the time. Similarly, the case of the BTK killer demonstrates the challenges of early investigations. Despite committing numerous crimes, his ability to avoid capture for decades showed how early leads can often be misleading, leading investigators down numerous blind alleys. These early investigative stages are essential as they lay the groundwork for technological advancements that may later solve the case. Opinions supporting the necessity of expansive and detailed early investigations stress their potential for closure, justice for victims, and the safety of the community. Despite initial frustrations, these early steps are indispensable. They can hold key evidence that future technologies like DNA analysis can unlock. However, there are challenges and controversies surrounding this phase. The sheer volume of potential leads can overwhelm investigators, and the allocation of limited resources may cause some promising leads to be overlooked. Moreover, the rush to solve cases quickly can lead to tunnel vision, where investigators become fixated on particular theories or suspects, potentially ignoring other vital clues. Alternative viewpoints suggest an over-reliance on leads without adequate technology can lead to years of unresolved mysteries, stretching law enforcement resources thin and prolonging the agony of victims' families. Overall, the onset of an investigation affects the broader tapestry of criminal inquiry, serving as both a crucial starting point and a historical record that can guide future efforts. By intertwining early efforts with ongoing developments, investigators can eventually piece together the puzzle, bringing long-hidden killers to justice. The heading, Survival Tactics: How the Killer Evaded Capture for 2 Decades, introduces the complex strategies a serial killer employed to remain undetected while committing heinous crimes over a prolonged period. These tactics encompass a range of behaviors and methods, such as altering physical appearance, changing locations frequently, and maintaining a low profile to avoid drawing attention from law enforcement. The cunning employment of these tactics allowed the killer to slip through the cracks of investigative nets, thus elongating their criminal career and resulting in numerous victims. Understanding these survival tactics is significant because it highlights the challenges faced by law enforcement in apprehending such criminals and sheds light on the psychological and strategic acumen of the killer. Lawrence Bittaker and Roy Norris, known as the Toolbox Killers, successfully evaded capture for years due to their meticulous planning and highly mobile lifestyle, demonstrating the killer's ability to manipulate geographical and jurisdictional boundaries. Similarly, the elusive Zodiac Killer operated across multiple jurisdictions and taunted the police with cryptic messages, effectively diverting attention while remaining anonymous. These examples underscore the killer's ability to outsmart traditional policing methods. Experts often argue that the successful evasion of capture by serial killers necessitates an overhaul in how law enforcement approaches multi-jurisdictional cases. Many advocate for improved interagency communication and shared databases to track cross-border activities more effectively. However, this brings about challenges such as respecting privacy laws and navigating bureaucratic inefficiencies. While there is undeniable admiration for the resourcefulness displayed by some killers, it raises ethical concerns. The glorification of their cunning can lead to public fascination with their intellect rather than condemnation of their actions. Critics point out the danger in overly romanticizing these survival tactics, as it might inspire others with similar destructive inclinations. The exploration of these survival tactics connects to broader discussions on criminal psychology, the effectiveness of current policing methods, and societal responses to serial crimes. It challenges investigators to think innovatively about detecting and preventing such elusive behavior. Moreover, understanding these tactics not only aids in capturing future criminals, but also serves as a cautionary tale about the potential for human malice to exploit weaknesses in our systems. By analyzing how these criminals remain at large, we can better anticipate their moves, ultimately saving lives and bringing justice to victims and their families.